absolutely nothing to say at the beginning of this video, so I'm just gonna start. Why does the virtual console on the eShop for the 3DS or whatever has literally no third-party consoles? The Wii came prior to that, and it has the TurboGrafx 16 on it of all gaming consoles. The 3DS XL is basically just a 3DS but with a bigger screen. And yes, that's basically the only change other than the buttons at the bottom. Why do you need to pay for Xbox Live and then pay for Xbox Live Gold to play online on the Xbox 360? Because that just gave Sony an idea. Why does every console from 2006 just end up breaking? You know where I'm going with this. I have 4 things to talk about the Hyperscam. Number 1, this thing broke in a flash. No wonder this stupid thing was a failure, especially the people behind the television, for Pete's sake. And number 2, why does the load screens take forever? And number 3, why is this game so cheap? Every game is just 8-bit. You gotta be kidding me. This is not 1996. This is 2005. The Xbox 360 was already 1 year old when this thing came out, or maybe not. And number 4, as I remember, why is it standard definition? And why is it attached to the console? You got to be kidding me. If the AV cable breaks, it's done. You got to be kidding me. Why can't you just replace it? Why can't you just add a port? Why can't you just add HDMI, for Pete's sake? Because that was basically the best thing to put behind your console. Or even plug it into a TV, for Pete's sake. That was the best definition, and it still is. That's the reason why HDMI is still being used, not AV. If you use AV, then your console's probably cheap. Especially if your company is, well, maybe not if your company is big, like Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo. But still, if you use standard definition in 2005, you gotta be kidding me. Get out of here. Nobody wants you here. I'm gonna get the obvious one out of the way here. Why does the controller look so goofy? Come on. This looks like the ancestor to the Wii nunchucks. The Power Glove just sucks. Cause number 1, this thing works like crap. The sensor's crap. It's just all crap. This thing works like crap. How are you even supposed to play with this thing? And I guess you could use the D-pad and the buttons on the controller, but you've got to be kidding me. The freaking sensors still sense where the freaking Power Glove is. So this thing's pretty much a useless piece of junk. What a waste of technology. And number 2, why do the sensors are so irritating? The sensors are so irritating to set up. Why do they have to put them on top of the TV? Yeah, you may think it's a good idea, but in reality, it just sucks. Come on, they always come slipping off because of that one big, ginormous sensor at the bottom. Okay, I have another thing to say about the NES, but this time it's about the cartridges, and you already know if you've seen the inside of a cartridge. Why does it take up so little space in the cartridge? Yeah, I get it's probably for the art on the game, but you've got to be kidding me. Why can't you just compress it into a smaller cart? Why does it have to be so big to the point where it sticks out of the console? Can someone please explain to me why the PS Vita games look like a freaking SD card? This kind of goes along with probably the Genesis, PS Vita, and the Nintendo Switch, but why are there such big cases for such a small game cartridge? Well, if you can even call this a cartridge. Don't think you're getting away with anything, PlayStation 3, because I also have something to talk about with you. Why do you need to sign in to the PlayStation Network with your regular Sony password until it says your password is incorrect? So you have to go back to the Sony website and then generate a password for your PlayStation 3 and then enter in that password, which is a bunch of combination of crap, and that's just going to be irritating. And then it says you're already logged in, so then you have to delete every freaking account on your PlayStation, and then you have to sign in with a new account and then lose all your progress on your games, and just to freaking sign into the PlayStation Network. Okay, before you ask, yes, I kind of get why they did this, but I mean, why can't you just use your normal password instead of generating one? That's the most brightest but really dumbest idea ever. Why does the Xbox One, Series X and S have only one controller port? Like, I mean, the Xbox 360 had two, and that thing was released in 2005. Heck, I think the original Xbox has more. Why are there two separate consoles called the Game Boy Light and the Game Boy Color, which they could just had added light and color to the original Game Boy in the first place, not making a separate freaking console? What do I even have to say about this console? Everybody knows it causes eye strain. Also, why are there third-person games on a VR headset? Also, there's a reason why the selected start button on every Nintendo console is a different shape than the other buttons. What if you accidentally hit start? What was the launch price of this console? And I couldn't make this up if I could. $1,000? Yeah, I wonder why it was a failure. Oh my gosh. Why was the top loader released 7 years after the NES? Why couldn't it just be way more earlier, like 1 or 2 years? That would be fine. But why did it take them 7 years to come up with the top loader? I have a big problem with any console from 2006 or newer. Okay, why do we have the disk drives that just suck up the disks and never take them out ever again because they just break instantly? Like, I mean, that's the main problem with these stupid disk drives, and it's the reason why I think digital games are going to be the future of gaming. Because, like, really, was the retractable ones on the Xbox 360 and older too much for you? And plus, that getting the disc stuck thing happened with both of my PlayStation 3s. Now one of my PlayStation 3s has an Xbox One disc stuck inside of it, and the other one has a GTA 5 disc in it. So what am I supposed to do? Oh, I don't know. There's a little thing I could take out and then screw and then now get out the game, which I probably don't think would work. But I mean, if that doesn't work, then why does anybody want to take off the rubber feet of their console just to unscrew a screw? You gotta be kidding me. Why can't you just put them in another place besides under the freaking rubber feet? Because how is anybody supposed to know how to get them back on? Except for a professional gaming engineer, I don't know. Okay guys, that was the end of the video. So if you have any rants about consoles, then feel free to comment them down below. I'd like to see them. Anyways, if you thought this video was, I didn't really like it, then you can dislike. If you did like it and you think, yeah, I enjoyed this video, this guy's content might be pretty good, then you can like or possibly subscribe, since the sentence I said. But still, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the next video watch. Bye.